How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today unfortunately it's raining, so that kind of foils my original plans, but that's alright because that can be pushed to another day. But today I decided, since it's raining and I'm inside, I was going to wire up the new LED light bar to my wheeler. Here it is, the 7.5 inch light bar. My original plan was I was just gonna bolt it right into here, but unfortunately it actually does not fit in here because it's 1/2 inch too wide. So I have to modify this bracket a little bit, but I figured I'd use the original bracket and kind of modify it, kind of repurpose it instead of just doing away with it, making my own bracket. If I decide I don't like the look of it, I'm gonna make my own bracket, but if anything, at least it'll work. So I marked it, which you can't really see because of how dark it is in here right now. But I'm gonna cut it basically from right here across and then remove this front piece so there's no overhang, and it also is gonna make it easier for me to bend these out so I can fit the light bar in there. So that's basically the plan for today. What I was also thinking, because I didn't want to have to run a wire harness and a separate switch, is I was just gonna wire that light bar up to the harness that's in that's obviously that goes from the bulb in here. I was just going to cut it off, wire it up to that light, and then obviously it was just going to be plug and play, easy peasy. I'd rather do that than modify the wiring on this actual wheeler, and I'd rather also have it plugged into the wheeler than have a separate wire harness run, because that's just unnecessary and waste of materials. So I'm going to get started on this. I'm going to try, I ought to turn a light on in here, but I don't really like how it looks on camera. Kind of looks weird. I guess that doesn't look too bad. So basically I'm just going to start by cutting this all off. Well, after I remove this whole housing and everything, I'm going to cut that all off. I'm going to try to bend it to where I can fit the light bar in there, and then I'm going to bolt the light bar in there, and then I'm going to worry about the wiring. I don't think I'm going to worry about welding on this front piece at all. I really just want to remove that whole piece. But then again, it'd be a little extra support. Not like it really needs it there, but we'll see what happens. I'm gonna kind of just go with the flow with it. So this is the plug that I was talking about right here that goes right into the bulb. I'm gonna cut it, and then I'm going to wire it into that LED bar. So I have to kind of remove all this wiring right here. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm gonna take that wiring and I'm just gonna run it down through here. And if I have to, I'll zip tie it so it doesn't move around. If anything, you won't even really notice it at all. Well, I got that little housing off, so you guys see right here, it almost fits in. Just has a little bit it has to be stretched out on each side. Really not that much. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna cut all the way across where I have it marked, and then I'm gonna try to stretch it out, bend it, anything I can do to make that light fit in there. Obviously I'm gonna make it look as professional as possible. Alright, cut right off. Now I do need to take the grinder to this because obviously these edges are definitely not clean. So yeah, now I'm just gonna try to bend these out to where I can fit the light bar in there, bolt it in. This already has bushings in it, so the great thing about that is I'm not gonna have to have anything in there, you know, in between where obviously where it's gonna mount in. But I didn't realize, but the piping actually looks like it's hollow. You see there's holes? Didn't know that. But so yeah, we're gonna bend this out, try to fit that light bar in there, and then once I know it can mount in and it's all good, I'm gonna go ahead and clean these ends up and work on the wiring after that. Alright guys, so we got the light bar all fitted in here, looks good. I do need to take and bring this side up a little bit more. It looks like from here, you know, just adjust it a little bit, but you know, gonna cut these off. I decided, I just think it'd look better if I took this off. Obviously I'm still gonna grind these corners down so they're more flush, and then we're gonna work on getting the wiring done and finishing this up. Alright, I think that looks much better. So I'm thinking with these little holes, I think what I'll probably end up doing is I'll fill it with JB Weld or something. I'll find something to fill it with and I'll grind it down, clean it up before I paint it. But I would call that a success right there, folks. So I do need to work on the wiring now, so I'm going to pull the light bar back off and then basically just wire it up. Alright guys, so we are all wired up. So I'm just going to turn the light off here and then just flick the switch and boom, we have lights and they are freaking bright. That's gonna look great on the trails, I think. That's gonna give me quite a bit more light. Might be a little too bright for people I'm driving behind, but I guess they're just gonna have to get used to it, right? But as you guys can see here, I ran electric tape on here and sealed up the ends on the crimps just to give it a little bit of an extra seal, just to keep some water from getting out of there. I am going to run this underneath this piece of this plastic and plug it in. I just wanted to be able to show you guys what I did here. So what I did here is I cut off this third wire here because that's basically for the high beam, which this won't work on this just because the original bulb had two little different elements in it, one for high, one for low. I could have taken this and plugged it in through here and it would have kept the light on whether I flicked it on high or low. So if you click it on high, it shuts off, low it turns on. It's not a big deal because I'm deleting that switch anyways and going to be putting my own starter switch on it and stop switch on it. I just think it'll look better. I'm just going to delete that whole thing. And then I'm still waiting on my handlebars to get here so I can put my new thumb throttle and grips on. But that's basically where we're at. I do need to find something to fill these holes, and then obviously I'm going to repaint it and grind it down clean. It's going to look wicked cool, wicked professional. That's how we do things here. But yeah, I finally have my light bar set up after months of it sitting. But anyways guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, hit that notifications bell so you don't miss a beat, and I'm going to have more content real soon. I'm going to try to start uploading a little more than I have been. I've only been doing a video a week. I'm going to try to do at least 2 a week, maybe more. And I also have a couple of surprises, a couple of new things I'm going to be getting that is just going to bring, you know, the ability to make more content for the channel. But anyways guys, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.